You know, there's something truly remarkable about the way nature provides exactly what we need at every stage of life. And when it comes to staying strong, sharp, and full of energy after 60, the answer might just be sitting right there in your fridge or garden. But here's the thing. Not all vegetables are created equal. Some can be your greatest allies, while others might quietly work against you without you even realizing it. Let me ask you this. Have you ever finished a meal and felt more sluggish than before? Or noticed your joints feeling a little stiffer, your steps a little less steady? It might not just be aging. It could be the very foods you're eating, even the ones you thought were healthy. The good news, a few simple changes can make all the difference. Today we're going to talk about 3 powerhouse vegetables that can help protect your mobility, sharpen your mind, and keep you feeling vibrant, and 3 that might be doing more harm than good. These aren't just random suggestions. They're backed by research, by science, and by the real-life experiences of people just like you. Let's start with the first vegetable you should be eating every single day: broccoli. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Broccoli? Really? But trust me, this isn't just any ordinary green. It's like nature's armor against aging. Packed with something called sulforaphane, broccoli helps your body fight off chronic inflammation, the kind that silently damages your joints, your blood vessels, and even your brain over time. And here's something you might not know. As we get older, our bones naturally become more fragile. A simple stumble can lead to a fracture that changes everything. But broccoli is rich in vitamin K and calcium, 2 nutrients that work together to keep your bones strong and resilient. It's like giving your skeleton a little extra support, just when it needs it most. But the real magic happens in your legs. You see, the circulation in our lower body isn't what it used to be as we age. That can lead to weakness, numbness, even trouble with balance. Broccoli helps improve blood flow to those areas, keeping your legs strong and steady. Think of it as a way to protect your freedom, the ability to walk, to travel, to stay independent. Now, here's the key. Don't overcook it. A quick steam is all it takes to keep those nutrients intact. Mushy boiled broccoli loses so much of what makes it special. Keep it bright green, slightly crisp, and your body will thank you. But broccoli isn't the only hero in this story. There's another leafy green that's quietly working wonders for your brain and your muscles: spinach. This isn't just Popeye's secret weapon. It's yours too. Spinach is loaded with natural nitrates, which help widen your blood vessels and improve circulation. That means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles, especially in your legs, where it matters most. And let's talk about your mind. Ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? Or struggle to recall a name you've known for years? Spinach contains lutein and folate, 2 nutrients that help protect your memory and keep your thinking sharp. Studies show that seniors who eat leafy greens like spinach regularly have brains that function like they're years younger. The best part? It's so easy to add to your day. A handful in a morning smoothie, a quick sauté with garlic, or even fresh in a salad. Just like broccoli, keep it simple, don't overcook it, and you'll get all the benefits without losing what makes it so powerful. Now, let's talk about the third vegetable you should be eating: carrots. These vibrant orange roots aren't just good for your eyesight, though that's a big part of it. They're also packed with beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A, a nutrient that's essential for keeping your vision clear and your eyes healthy as you age. But carrots do something else that's just as important. They help protect your balance. You see, good balance isn't just about strong legs. It's about the signals between your brain and your feet. And the antioxidants in carrots help keep those signals strong. That means steadier steps, fewer stumbles, and more confidence when you're on the move. And here's a little secret. Carrots are also great for your heart. Their fiber helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, 2 things that can quietly cause problems if left unchecked. Grate them into a salad, snack on them raw, or lightly steam them to bring out their natural sweetness. Now, before we move on, I want you to think about this. What if the very vegetables you've been eating for years are actually working against you? What if some of them are quietly causing inflammation, weakening your legs, or even clouding your mind? It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. In fact, there are 3 common vegetables that might be doing just that. But we'll save that for the next part. For now, start with these 3: broccoli, spinach, and carrots. Add them to your meals, enjoy them in different ways, and pay attention to how your body responds. Small changes can lead to big results, and you deserve to feel your best at any age. So tell me, have you noticed a difference when you eat these vegetables? Or is there another one you swear by? Let me know in the comments. And if you're finding this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on living well, no matter your age. Here's to your health and to the power of simple, everyday choices. You know, when it comes to our health, especially as we get older, we often focus so much on avoiding the obvious bad foods, like sugar or fried meals, that we forget to question the seemingly healthy choices right in front of us. And here's the thing. Some vegetables, the ones we've been told for years, are good for us, might actually be working against our bodies in ways we never realized. Let me ask you, have you ever eaten a meal and later noticed your joints feeling a little stiffer? Or maybe you've felt an unusual heaviness in your legs, making it harder to move around like you used to. It might not just be aging. It could be the eggplant on your plate. Yes, eggplant. That glossy purple vegetable that soaks up flavors in stir-fries and casseroles. It seems harmless, maybe even healthy, but here's the problem. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, and like some of its relatives, it contains a natural compound called solanine. For some people, especially as we get older, solanine can trigger inflammation in the joints and muscles. That means more stiffness, more discomfort, and over time, even weaker mobility. Now, you might be thinking, but I've eaten eggplant for years and never noticed anything. And that's the tricky part. The effects aren't always immediate. It's a slow, quiet process, like a tiny leak in a pipe that you don't notice until the damage is done. For seniors who already deal with arthritis or joint pain, eggplant might be making things worse without you even connecting the dots. And here's something else to consider. When joints are inflamed, movement becomes harder. That can lead to less activity, weaker muscles, and before you know it, even simple things like getting up from a chair or climbing stairs feel like a challenge. The last thing any of us want is to lose our independence because of something as simple as a vegetable we didn't think twice about. So what's the solution? If you love eggplant, you don't necessarily have to give it up completely, but pay attention to how your body reacts. If you notice more stiffness or discomfort after eating it, try cutting it out for a few weeks and see if you feel a difference. There are so many other delicious, nutrient-packed vegetables that won't put that extra strain on your joints. Now, let's talk about another vegetable that might be causing more harm than good: green bell peppers. Bright, crisp, and a staple in so many dishes, they seem like a healthy choice, right? But here's the catch. Like eggplant, they're part of the nightshade family, and they contain lectins, proteins that can irritate the gut lining and trigger inflammation, especially in sensitive individuals. For seniors, this is a bigger deal than it might seem. A little bloating or discomfort after a meal might not sound serious, but over time, that low-level inflammation can affect circulation, nerve function, and even muscle strength. And when circulation to the legs and feet is compromised, it can lead to numbness, tingling, and a higher risk of falls, something none of us can afford to ignore. Here's something interesting. Red, orange, and yellow bell peppers don't have the same issue. They're actually packed with antioxidants and far less likely to cause problems. So if you love the crunch and flavor of peppers, try switching to the sweeter, more colorful varieties. Your body might thank you in ways you didn't expect. But the most surprising vegetable on this list, the one that might be doing the most damage without anyone realizing, it's the humble white potato. Now, I know what you're thinking. Potatoes are a comfort food, a staple in so many meals. But here's the truth. White potatoes are high in simple carbohydrates, which means they cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. And for seniors, that's a problem. Those blood sugar spikes don't just affect energy levels. They also contribute to inflammation, stiffening arteries, and reducing blood flow to the legs and feet. Over time, this can lead to weaker muscles, slower healing, and even nerve damage. And let's be honest, how many of us have enjoyed mashed potatoes or fries without realizing the toll they might be taking on our mobility? But here's the good news. You don't have to give up potatoes entirely. Sweet potatoes, for example, are a fantastic alternative. They're packed with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, and they don't cause the same blood sugar roller coaster. Roast them, mash them, or bake them. Just swap out the white potatoes and see how much better you feel. Now, I know this might feel like a lot to take in. After all, these are vegetables we've eaten for years without a second thought. But here's what matters. You have the power to make small changes that add up to big differences in how you feel every day. So here's my challenge to you. For the next few weeks, try replacing these 3 vegetables, eggplant, green bell peppers, and white potatoes, with some of the healthier alternatives we've talked about. See if you notice a difference in your joints, your energy, even your balance. Sometimes the simplest shifts can lead to the most surprising improvements. And if you've already made some of these changes, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed a difference in how you feel? Or is there another vegetable you've found that makes you feel stronger and more energized? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Because here's the truth. Getting older doesn't have to mean slowing down. With the right choices, you can keep moving, stay sharp, and enjoy every day to the fullest. And that's something worth fighting for. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're finding this helpful. We've got even more tips coming your way to help you live your healthiest, happiest life after 60. Here's to making every bite count. Now that we've covered which vegetables to embrace and which to approach with caution, let's talk about how to make these changes stick in your everyday life. Because here's the beautiful truth. Eating for longevity doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive. In fact, some of the most powerful changes are also the simplest. Let me share a story about my neighbor Margaret. At 72, she was struggling with stiff knees and found herself getting winded just walking to her mailbox. Like many of us, she thought this was just normal aging. But when she started making small shifts in her diet, adding more of those powerhouse greens we talked about, and cutting back on nightshades, something remarkable happened. Within just a few weeks, she noticed she could bend down to tend her garden more easily. A month later, she was taking short walks around the block again. Now, she's planning a trip to visit her grandchildren with energy to spare. That's the power of knowing which vegetables truly serve your body as you age. And the best part? You can start seeing benefits at any stage. Whether you're 60 or 80, your body is always ready to respond when you give it the right fuel. Here's how to make this work in your daily routine. Start your mornings with a green boost. Try blending spinach or kale into a smoothie with some frozen berries and a spoonful of almond butter. The natural nitrates will help get your circulation going, giving your muscles and brain the oxygen they need to start the day strong. For lunch, make colorful salads your new best friend. Pile on those shredded carrots, some steamed broccoli florets, and a handful of sunflower seeds for crunch. The variety of colors means you're getting a wide range of antioxidants to protect your cells throughout the day. When dinner rolls around, Think about swapping out those white potatoes for roasted sweet potatoes or mashed cauliflower. You'll still enjoy that comforting texture, but without the blood sugar spike that can leave you feeling sluggish later. And here's a pro tip. Prepare your vegetables in ways that make them easy to grab when hunger strikes. Keep washed and chopped broccoli and carrots in clear containers at eye level in your fridge. Roast a big batch of mixed vegetables on Sunday to add to meals throughout the week. When healthy choices are convenient, you're much more likely to stick with them. Now, I want to address something important. Change can feel overwhelming, especially when it comes to food traditions we've had for decades. Maybe your family's famous eggplant parmesan holds special memories, or perhaps potatoes have always been part of your Sunday dinners. Here's the good news. You don't have to give up everything you love. The key is awareness and balance. Try this. For every meal that includes one of the vegetables we've flagged as potentially problematic, make sure to balance it with 2 or 3 of the superfood vegetables we've recommended. So if you do have that eggplant dish, pair it with a big spinach salad and some roasted carrots. This way, you're still getting those protective nutrients to help counteract any inflammatory effects. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Even adding just 1 extra serving of broccoli or spinach to your day can make a noticeable difference in how you feel. Small steps lead to big changes over time. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Your golden years should be about living fully, not just getting by. When you nourish your body with the right vegetables, you're not just adding years to your life. You're adding life to your years. More energy to play with grandchildren, more strength to travel or pursue hobbies, more clarity to enjoy every conversation and memory. So tell me, which of these changes are you most excited to try? Maybe it's adding that morning green smoothie or swapping sweet potatoes for white ones at dinner. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear about your journey in the comments below. Your experiences could inspire someone else to take that first step toward better health. If you've found this series helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be sharing more practical tips to help you thrive in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Because you deserve to feel your absolute best at every age. Here's to your health. May your plate be colorful, your steps be steady, and your days be full of vitality. Remember, it's never too late to start nourishing yourself well. Your future self will thank you.